Hello, my name is Jamie Cannibal and this is Budman. We're doing Disc of Thrones again, but this is a bit of a different tale. This is the tale of Chronic Baratheon in the land of Disc of Thrones. Chapter 1. The Stable Boy. The story of Chronic Baratheon, from the point of view of the character of Death, was a bizarre one. Death had first met him when he was 8, playing dice with his mother's ghost. Death had visited them to oversee the passing of his grandmother, and his mother, who was known as the Green Stuff. She asked Death to save her son from a life of nothing. Bill Dore, Death, had a bony smile and quizzed, "Are you good with horses?" Bill Dore looked into his life and saw a king of the flatlands, a white chalk prince, but still a boy. The Green Stuff persuaded Death to take Chronic and tutor him in life. There was something else as well. Chronic's life, while around his mum, wasn't very safe for his mum. Death had a solve for the problem. Employ him and take care of it himself personally. Plus, he had a young granddaughter, Serene, who was about his age and would love some company. The boy was still full of love when Bill came to take him out. The night he left, Chronic thought something was happening to his mum. She was terribly ill in the week before. He thought Death had come for her, and when he arrived, Chronic was 12, and he did what he saw his mum do to Bill Dore. She would open her hands at the centre of her chest. When he did this, a lifetimer was there. Death turned it and hummed for a second and then said, "Boy, when you come home, turn it again, but only when you are ready to say goodbye." Chronic looked for a second and asked, "So if I leave and never come back, she stays like that forever?" Bill Dore smiles and replies, "She will be alive for as long as you're gone. That is for certain." Chronic looked sad. He was saying goodbye to his mum on condition that she has a full life with him out there in the world while she's alive. Bill took Chronic from his house in Riverrun and took him to the Palace of Bones, where he now lived, in a place where space and time doesn't apply, but by normal means this meant that they travelled there. The 12-year-old boy grew into a young man. Bill Dore gave him a room in the castle, and he had duties feeding Binky, Death's horse. And he had full access to Death's archives, and over time they spent together, Chronic became quite adept to the politics of being Death's handyman. He was seen as the man behind the horse. And most of Bill Dore's patrons always commented on how fine Binky's hair was. Chronic was a genius at that and was growing into a hero, trained by Death himself. When he reached 18, he was going for weekends at the city, sometimes taking Serene to the theatre in King's Landing, Ankh-Morpork. Death had rules, and these were 4 days off a month, which you could book with him 2 days before. But 4 years he never asked for them, because he was so intrinsically linked to Death's work, he never found the heart to take the time off. When Guards happened, the tale of the dragons, he found another companion, Artus, a swamp dragon. This was a gift from Budman. When he met Budman, Budman only had what would make him, and he knew Budman and what he was worth. So when their story entails, we stop looking at Chronic. One thing the swamp dragon does is grow into a giant size when he is around the Palace of Bones, and stays big for almost 24 hours. Even when he flies away, this was to be exploited in some of the most epic battles of all history. Flashback. Oh yes, you all know the Queen of Dragons, Rinceman said. With these words, what started it? He chased Skunk. Oh, he did. But she was different. The moment he won, which made us wonder what happened. He was the White Ash Draco, man of the skies, and there was no mention of him. After that, not around Skunk. What happened to Chronic? Well, what that whole experience made him realise, he's a Baratheon, a lost king of Westeros. And seeing the rise of the families in the kingdom, he decides to steal a ship, a royal sloop, one designed to fight pirates in the Diamond Coast. Funnily, he has one more companion, a paranoia. She came along for the laugh. She commands a dozen men, all totally faithful. They left Clatch under darkness. Artus hung to the top bucket and surveyed the horizon. And that's chapter 1 of Discworldian. Floppy, floppy wiener, floppy wiener, floppy wiener.